Hi, it's Jenny with Jenny's Wreath Boutique, and in this video I'm going to share with you how to make a gorgeous summer hydrangea wreath. It's similar to one we made very recently here on the YouTube channel, but the colors are different. Let me show you. We're going to be using this gorgeous mix. This is so perfect for year-round, spring and summer. So this is going to last you many years to come. You're going to get so much use out of it. And I'm using a 14-inch grapevine for this one. And all the materials you need for this wreath are going to be available in my Etsy shop if you want to get the exact materials, while supplies last, of course. Use whatever you have available to you. I'm also using a hot glue gun and my favorite hot glue and my favorite wire cutters. Let me show you the materials we're going to use. I have two euonymus sprays. They're gorgeous. I love the variegation. This is the only greenery we're using for this wreath. Then I have two different colors of hydrangeas. I have 3 stems each. I have the white and the green. I just love this color combination. It's so perfect and classic. Each one of these has a large and small, and then a really tiny one next to the large and some leaves. So 3 of each of these. Then I have a little bundle of white hydrangeas cream. I use these in the other hydrangea wreath as well, and I just love them. They are real touch. They add so much beauty and texture to this wreath. Then I have 1 each of these snowball hydrangeas, so they're a little smaller, a little different, but also in the green and the white. Add more of the same color, but in a different texture. Then to add one more kind of texture, I have these Real Touch lifelike white geraniums. They are so pretty. I'm obsessed with these. I have red and white ones, and they're the perfect summer stem. Even if you just want to put these in a vase, like next to your wreath, oh, they are so pretty. They have a very similar texture to hydrangeas, so I thought they would fit right in with this wreath. The first thing we're going to do is add the euonymus spray. Am I saying that right? Euonymus leaf spray. So each of these you're going to get 3 different pieces, and this is a very floral heavy wreath, so we don't need a ton of greenery. We also have the leaves that come with our hydrangeas. So all we're doing is placing these evenly around the wreath to give it a little bit of that pop of greenery. I'm going to cut one of these. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to cut one of these a little smaller so I have some middle pieces, but the rest are just going to go kind of just in the middle toward the outside. Since this wreath is made on a 14-inch grapevine, it's going to be about 23 or 24 inches in total diameter. Of course, if you want to make a larger size, I did show one on an 18-inch grapevine recently. It's a blue hydrangea wreath, and that uses very similar materials to this. So if you want to know how many materials to use, I would watch that tutorial. Then we're just going to take these smaller pieces and place them opposite each other. So we bring some of that color toward the inside. Now we're going to start with our white hydrangeas. We're just going to take some of these lower leaves off. We're going to add them in at the end. But for now, I'm just cutting these, and this has like a little wild piece, which is really fun. And I'm not going to need all the leaves I'm taking off, just some of them. All right, we're going to add our large stems first. Just place the glue along the stem, and then place the stem along the grain of the grapevine. And if you want a little more control, you can add some wire to it. I've got some bind wire here. You don't need to do this step, but it does keep these larger heads a little more tame. So I'm just tightening it up by twisting it like this. It gets it really tight really fast, and then you just tuck in the extra pieces into the grapevine. Then you can just move the head a little bit however you want it, and we're just going to put the other ones in about 1/3 of the way down. I'm just poking this through any gaps in the grapevine, or you can just wrap it all the way around if you don't have any gaps. Last one. Now we're going to take our smaller heads and place them kind of in between. Doesn't have to be perfectly in between because we're going to have a lot of other things to fill in, but sort of in between each flower head, we're going to have the smaller flowers. I'm going to pull these out a little bit. Now we're going to do the same thing with the green. I'm not going to save these leaves though because I have enough extra. So these are just going to go right in between our white hydrangeas. And again, I am going to tie them down just to keep it a little more tame. All right, now we're going to add these in between, just like we did the white. All right, here it is so far, looking good. You can already see it's coming together. I am going to add these now, these extra leaves here, just to bring that greenery out. It's going to look so good. We have 6 of these. And it just brings the greenery out, gives it a really whimsical look. It's one of the things I like about these particular hydrangeas is they have this extra little greenery piece that looks so pretty. I have a couple different kinds like that, and that's one of the things I love about them that makes them look really realistic is the different size blooms and then the greenery stems that come with it. Look at those wispy pieces. Aren't they fun? I love it. Now we're going to add in our snowball viburnum. We'll start with the white and then we'll do the green. It doesn't matter which one you start with. And I am going to cut the leaves separately and we can use those as well. These leaves are close to the bloom, so I can leave those on. But this one's pretty far down and I don't want the stem to be that long, so I'm just going to cut it. If you want your stem that long, you can keep it together. Like this one, I'm okay keeping together. So I'm just going to place these around the wreath evenly so that the white is evenly distributed. Then I'll do the green and then I will put the leaves in for these. I want to make sure that the flowers go out a little bit further so they're not just centered in the middle. Here it is with those in. Oh, it's looking so pretty. I love this. Okay, we're gonna add some of these leaves in. Just to make this wreath look extra full. And we've got a lot of flowers to put in still. Our main ones are in, but we still have more. Okay, I'm gonna say, well, I'll do these. I'll save those last two leaves, but this is how it's looking so far. Honestly, it looks so good already. But these next flowers are going to take it to the next level. We've got our cream hydrangeas. You get 5 stems in a bundle. I already took the bundle apart. I'm going to cut the stems a little bit shorter. And I'm just going to use this. I like how it gives a little bit of a different color. It's a little bit creamier. So it breaks up all the stark white, although I'm going to be adding more stark white in here. I just think it looks so good. Okay, I have room. I have one more left. I put it right here. I'm still going to add the geraniums just because I love the texture, but I'm only using one stem. You can leave these out if you want, but I think they just bring a little bit something extra, but they're not necessary. I think the leaves are so fun. All right, I've got those leaves in. I'm just going to place these around. I'm going to separate this. So I'll have 5 pieces total. And this is just going to add another fun texture that's similar but a little different. I like having this one on the outside. And this is perfect right here. And if you have any gaps, this is where you're going to want to fill them. Or if you have any places that are wonky in any way, like right here, could use a little bit of white. Well, could use green really. So I'll just put that there. Just a little bit of color back there. And then, let's see. Oh, it's so pretty. Ah, I love it. Okay, where's my other one? Here. So this one can go right there. And none of these are squished. They all have lots of breathing room. They look so good. Now I'm just going to add some of these stems. I'm just going to take a little bit of a trash piece of stem I have laying around, dab some glue, put it on the little pick, and just to add a few of these. Really, it looks so good already. But you can either add them between, if you have like a bunch of white together, you can add it between that. Just gives it a cute separation there. Actually, these have stems on them already, and it'll go right there. You can just poke up a little bit. That one's easy. I love adding little leaves around. And then of course, as a backdrop behind your items, we have the leaves anyway. You might as well use them, or you can save them for another project that doesn't have as much greenery. These are what I mean. I get stems like this that had flowers on them, but I didn't need the whole stem. So I always save them because you get free picks. The more I can reuse things or repurpose, the better. And these provide such a nice backdrop. It doesn't cost us any extra because they were already with our stems. They just add those little extra touches. So pretty. I love this wreath. This is stunning. Oh my goodness. Look at this. This is so beautiful. All right, here it is. Let me know what you think. Oh, so cute. There's the side. So the leaves really do cover up the side pretty well. So gorgeous. I will have everything linked in the description and they will be available while supplies last. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you in the next video. Bye.